We're going to look back at this moment and realize this is when they fundamentally broke the economy. The economy has been a mess for decades. It has everything to do with the way power and wealth is concentrated. Really, since the 90s, wealth has been accumulating at the top. And that is by design. That's how the tax system works. That's how the regulatory system works. It's broken. And when more and more money is hoarded at the top, that means folks in the middle have less to spend. They're working harder than they've ever worked, but they don't have enough money to pay all of their bills. And even if they do, there's no money left over for savings or vacation or that kind of stuff. Even though Trump and congressional Republicans ran on fixing the economy, what they're doing is making what was wrong with it way worse. There's obviously this global trade war and the tariffs. That obviously hurts almost everybody. It's what they're doing with this budget and these taxes that's horribly problematic for you. They want to make permanent these tax cuts that have overwhelmingly helped the super wealthy. There are all these regulations that allow them to do it that need to be dealt with, but the fact that they don't have to really pay any taxes makes a huge difference for them. It costs us, the rest of us, a lot. In order to pay for these tax giveaways to the super wealthy, they have to add to our debt, which doesn't help any of us. They're going to cut healthcare from tens of millions of people. They announced just recently that they're going to go after federal pensions. They also want to make sure that the power they've consolidated is protected. And so there have been efforts to break up corporate consolidation and return competition to marketplaces. Meaning, as consumers, we want to have enough choices that everyone's fighting for us and prices come down. To get back to that kind of competitive place, you need to break up a lot of this corporate consolidation. So we have more options. That's called antitrust work, and we have an entire group of people dedicated to that, except they're now working on legislation to kill those efforts. They're working to make the wealth and power that's been hoarded at the top permanent. If there's enough public pressure on this Congress, things could change. They could leave the antitrust work alone and let us get our power back, and they could pass a tax bill that provides tax relief for everyone who needs it. Workers, middle-class families, small businesses, farmers. And not mess with people's pensions, not take away their health care, not take away food assistance, not take away more and more of their wealth, and not add anything to the deficit by simply requiring those at the top to pay all their taxes. That's it.